All right, folks, here we go. We've got a Big 12 preview for you, getting ready for college football right here at bangthebook.com. Brian Blessed coming to you from Las Vegas. And the bottom line is we know Oklahoma, they're loaded with talent and studs offensively. You had Murray and Mayfield, and now all of a sudden they've got another new quarterback. We'll dive into that. But we always know that this is one loaded conference. Let's go alphabetically with Matt Rule, the head coach at Baylor. Third year. This is a guy that's got a tons of experience, and they're trending on the way up. And he's a good coach, and this is his track record. It may take a little bit of time, but when he gets it right, he'll get it right. He's got the quarterback, Charlie Brewer, 3,000 yards, 19 touchdowns last year on the board, over under 7.5 wins, 16-1 to win the Big 12. The defense has to be better, and especially against the run. The Bears were brutal in the trenches defensively last year. Iowa State, over under 8 wins, 8-1 to win the Big 12. 70% of the starters return. That's a big number here for the Cyclones, but they lost their studs, the wide receiver Butler and the running back Montgomery. Quarterback Brock Purdy is improving. The head coach Matt Campbell. This is a guy that does a good job. They play a lot of close games. So keep tabs on Iowa State this year. Kansas, Les Miles there. This is going to take time. But obviously a guy with big pedigree. You're sitting there with a projected win total of only 3 for Kansas. Got to get his own players in there. How long will the transition take? They're 5-82 in conference play. It hasn't been pretty. They got to get their act together, but they got the coach they think can do it for them. Kansas State, Bill Snyder's out. Boy, you don't want to be the guy that follows the guy. They're 60-1 here to win the Big 12. Well, the guy that's going to follow the guy is Chris Kleeman, comes from North Dakota State. He brought his quarterback with him. The team won 3 FC championships in the last 5 years. He brings Courtney Messingham over to battle Skylar Thompson for the starting quarterback position. And whoever gets the job, they're going to have a good offensive line and solid wide receivers with which to work. I think they're going to put a lot of points up. Could be a team you play over the totals this year. Oklahoma, the big news, Jalen Hurts comes over. No more Alabama. He's going to run the show here in Oklahoma. Could reap rewards for him here. They are 14-1 to win the whole thing, to win the BCS. And you look at them, season win total of 10. They're loaded for bear again, experienced on defense. New defensive coordinator Alex Grinch comes over from Ohio State. They've won the last 4 Big 12 titles and have only 3 conference losses in that time frame. Sooners are going to be a stud again. Oklahoma State, Mike Bundy, 7 bowl wins in 9 years. New offensive coordinator, new quarterback, but annually this is a top 10 passing team in the country. 7.5 the season win total on the board at 12-1. Again, another over campaign for the bettors, I think, this year with Oklahoma State. 12-1 to win the Big 12. TCU, love Gary Patterson. He just adapts to whatever he has. 7 bowl win, the offense is what happened here. It fell apart at the seams, but he made something out of the defense. The defense is exceptionally strong, but they have a strong offensive line. What's going to happen at the quarterback position here? The bottom line is 12-1 to win the Big 12. They're 100-1 to win the BCS title. You play on TCU, you're always playing on Gary Patterson. Now, Texas, Tom Herman. This is one solid coach as an underdog. Take the points. If you're ever getting points with Herman, you take a look at it. They're 3-1 to bid the Big 12, 30-1 to win the whole thing, 9.5 under $1.40 for the Longhorns here. Sam Ellinger's going to be the quarterback. He's got experience. Thought there might be a quarterback battle going on, but it's Ellinger's job. You're betting on the coach Tom Herman here. Texas Tech, 20-1 in the Big 12, 100-1 to win it all. Cliff Kingsbury's gone. All right, off to the NFL. Matt Wells comes over from Utah State. Alex Bowman is the quarterback. He's a sophomore now. Did a lot of good things as a freshman, and he was hurt. Actually suffered a collapsed lung in October, so he was on the way to a really good freshman campaign. So Texas Tech could be interesting early. Keep an eye on them, but then watch. They could get better late. And wrap it up with West Virginia. The number tells it all, doesn't it? They're 50-1 to win the Big 12. Holgerson's out of here. He goes to Houston. The bottom line is Neil Brown comes over. He's the head coach from Troy. His defenses are always really good. The quarterback is Austin Kendall, an Oklahoma transfer who's going to replace Will Grier, which is no small feat. But it's a transition year clearly for West Virginia. And again, this is a team that's been known for offense, but the coach that's coming in has a defensive pedigree. So I'd say keep an eye on West Virginia, watch and learn a little bit. But in the Big 12, it's all about Oklahoma. They're a stud. They got a chance to win the whole thing again, and they are the favorites to win the Big 12 championship game. In Las Vegas for BangTheBook.com, always glad to be with you. I'm Brian Blessing.